Hari Om, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha, Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Today we are in the 11th Adhyaya, Vishwarupa Sandarsana Yoga. In the 10th Adhyaya, Vibhuti Yoga, we have seen the opulence of the Absolute. Arjuna, having heard about a few of the many opulence, prayed Bhagavan to show the form of the Lord. Thus, this Adhyaya helps us understand the form that Arjuna could see through the divine vision given to him by Bhagavan. What qualities of a student helps the Guru to impart this knowledge of the Absolute? The knowledge of the Absolute can be understood by the devotee who is full of devotion and pure at heart and peaceful at heart. To them, the Guru imparts such knowledge. Arjuna expressed that having heard your instruction on confidential spiritual matters which you have so kindly delivered unto me, and my illusion is now dispelled. He is now peaceful at heart and ready to receive the absolute knowledge. Arjuna also expressed that if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that universal self. This is the obedience one should have towards his Guru. It is of utmost importance that the disciple has the grace of his Guru for attaining the absolute knowledge. To that, Bhagavan says, O best of Bharatas, behold the many things which no one has ever seen or heard before. Why was that no one has seen it before? And what is that one requires to be able to see the form? In this Adhyaya, Bhagavan says, you cannot see me with your present eyes, O Arjuna. Therefore, I give you the divine eyes by which you can behold my mystic opulence. That is, one cannot see the universal form of Krishna with the physical eyes. To see the universal form of the Lord, Arjuna is told not to change his mind but his vision. Bhagavan bestows that divine vision to his devotees who are pure at heart, full of devotional service and of divine qualities. To them, Lord imparts that knowledge and the divine vision. How was the universal form? What could Arjuna see through his divine vision given by Bhagavan? Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths and unlimited eyes. It was all wondrous. The form was decorated with divine dazzling ornaments and arrayed in many garbs. He was garlanded gloriously and there were many scents smeared on over his body. All was magnificent, all expanding, unlimited. The effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form was like hundreds of thousands of suns rose up at once into the sky. Arjuna could see that the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many thousands. Arjuna could see all the demigods and various other living entities assembled together in the divine form. He could see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower as well as Lord Shiva and many sages and divine serpents. He saw many mouths, bellies expanded without limit. There is no end, there is no beginning, and there is no middle to all this. He could see the divine form adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. It was difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence, which is fiery and immeasurable like the sun. Arjuna, out of wonder struck, started praising the Lord that you are the supreme primal object. You are the best in all the universes. You are inexhaustible and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of religion, the eternal personality of Godhead. You are the origin without beginning, middle, or end. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are amongst your great unlimited eyes. By your own radiance, you are heating this entire universe. Though you are one, you are spread throughout the sky and the planets and all space between. O Great One, as I behold this terrible form, I see that all the planetary systems are perplexed. All the demigods are surrendering and entering into you. They are very much afraid. With their folded hands, they are singing the Vedic hymns. Even the different manifestations of the Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwadevas, the two Ashwins, the Maruts, the forefathers of the Gandharvas, The Yakshas, Asuras, and all perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your many faces, eyes, arms, bellies, and legs, and your terrible teeth, and as they are disturbed, so am I. O all pervading Vishnu, I can no longer maintain my equilibrium. Seeing your radiant colors fills the skies, and beholding your eyes and mouth, I am afraid. Why was Arjuna bewildered? The universal form was difficult to see because of its glowing effulgence, which is fiery and immeasurable like the sun. As well, Arjuna could see all the sons of Dhritarashtra along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all soldiers rushed into his mouth, their heads smashed by the fearful teeth. He could see they are being crushed between the teeth as well. Like the rivers flow into the sea, so all these great warriors entering the blazing mouths and perished. Arjuna says, I see you're devouring all people into your flaming mouths and covering the universe with your immeasurable rays, scorching the worlds you are manifest. This was the reason for his bewilderment, and Arjuna says, O Lord, so fierce of forms, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisances unto you. Please be gracious to me. I do not know what your mission is, and I desire to hear it. When Arjuna wanted to know what the divine mission was, Bhagavan says, Time I am, destroyer of the worlds, and I have come to engage all people. After knowing the divine opulence, seeing the divine form, what was the feelings of Arjuna? What was his thought process like? Arjuna was trembling, fearfully offered obeisances with folded hands and began flatteringly to speak as follows. O great Lord, you stand above even Brahma, you are the original master. Why should they not offer their homage up to you, O limitless one, O refuge of the universe? You are the invincible source. You are the cause of all causes, the transcendental to this material manifestation. You are original personality, the Godhead. You are the only sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You know everything, and you are all that is knowable. You are above the material modes. O limitless form, this whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. You are air, fire, water, and you are the moon. You are the supreme controller and the grandfather. Thus, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again and yet again. Obeisances from the front, behind, and from all sides, O unbounded power. You are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. You are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation, the worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is equal to you, nor can anyone be one with you. Within the three worlds, you are immeasurable. You are the supreme Lord, to be worshipped by every living being. Thus I fall down to offer you my respect and ask your mercy. Please tolerate the wrongs that I have done to you, and bear with me as a father with his son, or a friend with his friend, or a lover with his beloved. After seeing the universal form which I had never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, of Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. What did Bhagavan say when Arjuna was bewildered and asked to show his four-armed form? Bhagavan says, O best of the Kuru warriors, no one before you has ever seen this universal form of mine, for neither by studying the Vedas, nor by performing sacrifice, nor by charities or similar activities can this form be seen. Only you have seen this. Bhagavan never likes his devotees to be disturbed. Therefore, Bhagavan has displayed his real four-armed form and at last showed him his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, seeing this human-like form, so very beautiful, my mind is now pacified and I am restored to my original nature, said Arjuna. Why was that nobody ever has seen this form which was Arjuna experiencing at that moment? In this Adhyaya, Bhagavan says that the form which you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by the studying of Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am. It is only through your devotional service, undivided devotional service, can I be understood as I am, standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding, said Bhagavan. Bhagavan assures, saying, O dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service, free from contaminations of previous activities and from mental speculation, who is friendly to every living entity, certainly comes to me. Through this Adhyaya, we have seen how Arjuna, a pure devotee of the Lord, expressed his feelings towards the Lord. Before the Vishwarupa, he was so friendly with the divine, and after the Vishwarupa Darshana, he could understand the divine nature of Lord Krishna, and he offered his sincere apologies and requested the Lord to forgive him. A wise man is one who requests for forgiveness for the wrongdoings and never repeats them. Arjuna, offering the Sashtang Namaskar, expressing his devotion, not only shows his devotion but the respect towards his divine Guru. May the Divine Lord bless us all to have that devotion and respect towards him, and may he impart us with that divine knowledge. Sai Ram, Punarmilamaha, Hari Om. Sarvam Sri Krishna Charanaravindarpanamastu.